Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to remake an old review of HK USP. Okay, so this pistol was created in the 1989. Was designed in 1989 to 1992 and produced in 1993 to present. It was HK design USP, and USP actually stand for Universal Self-Reloading Pistol. Okay, so I was thinking it was a universal service pistol. Okay, because they wanted to be a standard issue of every law enforcement or something like that. But actually, it's not. It's just universal self-reloading pistol. It's from German. I'm translating it like I'm reading it in English version. So, so yeah, let's begin. But before we begin, as usual, like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Uh, please leave a like and subscribe. Uh, that's help the channel with the algorithm. And then if you already subscribe and leave a like, thank you very much. You're a you're a good subscriber. And then once again, if you interested to become a channel member, you can see in the screen where you can have tier 1, which is loyalty badges and priority reply to the comment. And tier 2 will give you a member-only live chat. So if I'm live streaming, you can comment on the live chat, or in the premiere, you can comment on the premiere, and then connecting with me on social media. In this case, Twitter. I will follow you on Twitter, so you can connect with me. And tier 3, you will get a member shout out. So I will mention your channel in the beginning or end of the video. That's up to you where you want to be mentioned. And then gameplay with me. So if I'm playing online, maybe if you want to play game with me when I'm playing on like live streaming, you can if you're interested. So yeah, please consider becoming a member, and let's go back to the video. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so in USB, there is nothing really special, I think, in USB because from what I read, uh, they are not trying to be innovative. They just want to be more simple, I think. Like if you know HK, even their pistol have a roller delay blowback, right? Like they so advanced German with their firearms. So let's begin. First, let's fire it. So it's a hammer fired, right? Not striker fire. Okay, so firing. I'm gonna fire it without manipulation first. Okay, I'm gonna replay it again. Okay. So this model is firing a 9mm by 19mm bullet. Okay, so 9mm. Okay. So let's see it in slow motion and then try to explain it. Okay. So you pull the trigger here, trigger bar, like normal pistol. I think I'm gonna see it from here. So here, watch here. This trigger bar is pulling this control latch, and this control latch was connected to this Mac release. Why it's here? Okay. Okay, and then this Mac release connected to the sear pin, and the sear. Okay, why they do that? Okay, maybe for, let's continue. So let's go back here. So when you pull the trigger bar pushing the control latch here, the control latch, and this control latch will go back, and this control latch was connected to this mic release. This mic release will go back and then push this sear pin, and this sear pin here was holding the hammer, and when you pull that, it will disconnect the hammer, and the hammer will hit the firing pin. Okay, but there's also the firing pin block for safety here. Okay, so let's go back. Like you see here, the control latch here. So it will pull the sear and then lift the firing pin block to allow spaces for the firing pin to strike the primer. Okay, like that, and then the blowback happen. Okay, so when the blowback happen, this connector here will be pushed down by the slide. Okay, the slide is moving. You can see from the transparent part here, the slide is pushing down from this cutout here. We can see this line. Okay, so this cutout will push this connector down. The disconnector will push down the trigger bar, and the trigger bar will, you see here, the trigger bar will disconnect from the control latch to allow the sear and the Mac release to go back into position, ready to catch the hammer. Okay, they're ready. Now the hammer will be catched by the sear right there. Okay, see once again. So you fire, it's firing, slide go back, slide pushing down on the hammer, and this connector will allow the sear and the controlling latch and everything and Mac release to go back and catch the hammer right here. If you can see, this is too bright. Okay, like right here, see that cutout right here? That's where the sear catch. Okay, right there, and then ready like that. Okay, so I'm gonna show it one more time. Pull the trigger, firing, the slide push down the disconnector. The disconnector will push down the trigger bar. The trigger bar will disconnect from the control latch and the Mac release, and the Mac release is connected with the sear. So when the trigger bar is disconnected from the control latch, the sear will go back to position, ready to catch the hammer. And right there, okay, the hammer was catched by the sear. Now you can just release the trigger to reset into position. Okay. Okay, right there. So that's simple. I hope you understand that. Now let's see the, okay, right. Okay. Let's see the safety. This is safety right here. The safety here in USP, HK USP is the safety here, control lever safety here is preventing the control latch from moving at all. So right here, so 50, thank you. Okay. You see when you fire, you pull back the control latch and the control latch connected to the make safety and to sear. So in USB, how you activate the safety is to prevent the control latch from moving. So right here, okay, it's too slow. I need, okay, now when the safety is on, you rotate this control lever here, the safety pin here, to prevent this from moving at all. Okay, from control latch here. You prevent this from moving, then it's the gun is locked. Okay, the safety is on. So because this trigger was connected to the trigger bar, and this trigger bar is uh, pulling this control latch, and this control latch is connected to the mag release and the sear. So if you prevent this control latch from moving, the gun is safe. It's locked. Okay. So now safety off. Okay, that's too slow. You see, that's the safety. Okay. Now when the safety off, the safety on, you cannot decock the USB. So now let's decock it. Slow 50. Decocker here. So this is decocker here. In decocker, you push down this control lever down. Like right here. Okay. So I see that from here. Okay, so if you watch from this position, I guess, yeah, from down below here, and remove this. If you, okay, please, okay, hammer axle, remove this, and when you decock, you see here, you're rotating the control lever down. So when you're decocking, this control lever will push the sear to disconnect from the hammer, right there. Okay. So right here, it will push down, push the control lever will push this sear away to disconnect from the hammer. Okay. See there. Okay. So that's decocking in USB. Now it's decock. Now let's fire it. So the gun is decocked. You can engage with safety, doesn't matter. Okay. Because the safety basically preventing the control latch from moving. Okay. So when you decock the gun, you can safety on or safety off. But now the gun is decocked, so now let's fire it. Okay. So when the gun is decocked, the trigger bar did not engage the control latch, but engaging the hammer directly. See here, down here, hammer, trigger bar, hammer, trigger bar. Okay, focus there. So you're engaging that directly, not the control latch. So this is when decock, when you want to fire, you will engage the hammer, not the control latch. Okay, so firing. one round, and then ready for action again. So right here, okay. So when the trigger fall, you back into position here with the control edge, okay, and then just like normal, okay, like that. Okay, one click, okay, here maybe slow 10, yeah, firing, yeah, from normal position. Now firing from decock position, okay. So like that, very simple. So when you decock, you basically rotating the control lever here. So this is decocking. You see, when you decock, you push the sear away from the hammer to let it to fall. But 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 because there's a firing pin block, you will not fire the gun when you decock the pistol like that. USP like that. Okay, so now it's ready to fire. Safety off, the safety on, safety off. Doesn't matter. Firing. So like that. Okay. So this bolt open. Okay. Slide release. Bolt open. Follower pushing up the slide release. Slide release. Will catch the will slide release will catch the slide here. When you're reloading, you just push it down. Okay. Now like usual, this is how you release the mag. So I think it's ambidextrous mag release. Okay. So I think that's it for USP. 25 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna cut it down in some area. Okay, so yeah, that's USP, HK USP. So see you in the next video. But before we go, as usual, like and subscribe. Become a member if you're interested. You can see the perks in the screen. If you're interested, become a member, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.